Miranda Limited Liability Company, which employs over 500 people, is unquestionably a leader in the textile industry. Experienced employees and technicians are supported by a top-class research and development team and a state-of-the-art production line. These factors enable the company to focus on the production of highly specialized textiles, including manufacture for both the Army and the police, as well as the design of products which meet the needs and expectations of the most demanding clients. The ongoing development of Miranda's products for the Army and Police has been reinforced recently by the fact that the company has begun working in conjunction with the Military Engineering Technology Institute, which conducts scientific research and development in the field of armament and military equipment to meet the needs of the national civil defense and adapt the results of its research so that it can be put into practice. Miranda holds quality management certificates, which are compliant with PNEN ISO 9001-2001 and AQAP 2110-2003, and a license from the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Administration to produce and manufacture for the military and police sectors. Furthermore, the company implemented an internal control system, compliant with PNN 19001-2006 standards, which enables them to trade in strategic goods, technologies and services, which are used by the Army and the police. Additionally, the company has an internal control system certificate in conformity with PNN 19001-2006, a credibility certificate issued by the National Director for Weapons, allowing it to be a supplier within NAMSA structures. The cutting-edge technology used at Miranda's production facility is a guarantee of top quality in printing, using the flat and rotating method. And what is more, they offer a full range of finishing services, which include stabilization, coating and dyeing, according to the highest world standards. Owing to such a broad spectrum of manufacturing capacities, Miranda Limited Liability Company is capable of offering products intended for numerous branches of industry, starting from the automotive industry, through the consumer market to the military sector. In order to destroy an object, one must first detect and identify it. In practice, every exposed object is open to detection using the detection methods of the world's leading armies. Therefore, the role of masking is to prevent the detection and identification of military objects by misinformation, simulation and masking. The detection methods currently used work across a wide range of electromagnetic radiation and so require the use of relevant masking methods. The latest approach to masking is the use of a versatile covering which can be adapted to use with a wide range of military equipment and objects. These masking covers are placed over the objects to be shielded by creating a tent-like construction using light and durable poles. The poles can be adjusted and fastened to the ground using pins, stay ropes and pegs. This shield-like construction creates a solid mask, thus protecting objects far more effectively than covers placed directly onto objects. With the old generation of coats, not only was the shape of the protected object visible, but also, as has been proved by research, they did not guarantee thermal and radiolocation protection. Another advantage is that an object hidden using the new masking technology, for example a tank or troop carrier, etc., may quickly be driven away from under the cover, as opposed to requiring the removal of a directly applied cover, as used to be the case. In cooperation with the Military Engineering Technology Institute, and at the request of the Minister of National Defense for the Republic of Poland, Miranda conducted research and implementation work on the ultra-modern multi-range masking cover berberys, which is also produced by Miranda. The camouflage covering developed by Miranda is a new generation and fully innovative solution, as opposed to the covers currently used in the Polish Army. The berberys is an efficient masking element for equipment, objects and people in the visible, infrared, radiolocation and thermal ranges, and is in accordance with the requirements of a modern battlefield. In the radiolocation range, the berberys changes the reverberation coefficient of radiation from the equipment in such a way that the technical distance identified by radiolocation stations, at maximum, a reduction of reverberation of electromagnetic waves from a masked object on a level of at least 12 dB is lowered by at least 50%. Research conducted on berberys in the thermal range proved that the contrast between the masked object and its surrounding is smaller. The cover hinders effective identification by deforming the thermal imaging of the object, changing the spatial radiation characteristics, and lowering the difference in temperature between the object and its surroundings to about 4 degrees Kelvin. In the field, masked equipment and objects are not distinguishable with the unarmed eye. By ground and air observation from a distance or height of 1,000 meters, or on photographs to the specifications used by the Army. For example, made in the scale of 1 to 5,000 and with linear definition of 20 lines per millimeter. Berberys is made of two main elements, the outer bearing material and the filling material. The whole is reinforced with tape, which is sewn to the hem with loops for pinning the cover to the ground. Both the bearing material and the filling material have masking properties. The bearing material is an appropriately modified fabric made from highly durable polyester fibers. After being subjected to certain modification processes, the fabric gains the ability to disperse and absorb electromagnetic radiation in the radiolocation range and screen radiation in the thermal range. Masking in the optical range is achieved by the filling material. Made from polyester fibers, this consists of a modified net utilizing a system of multicolored spots for masking. The specific coloration of the filling material and the camouflage patterns used are dependent on where the cover is to be deployed and the specific needs of the client. Berberys contains different colors and shapes depending on its field of use. This will differ from an environment where flora exists to one of the desert, for instance. In addition, the filling material contains cuts. In this way, as in the environment, it gives the impression of spaciousness. Berberys camouflage covers are solutions intended for applications in camouflage and protection of people and equipment. Covers are available in 4 sets of various sizes for optimal protection of pieces of equipment of varying size. Owing to the possibility of combining covers, the Berberys system allows the camouflage of bulky equipment, self-propelled howitzers and big armored fighting vehicles. The smallest set of camouflage sets is intended for camouflaging soldiers in firing positions.